Beautiful and proud. No. Godric. That's a talk with Daddy. Hi, Daddy. No. Hi, Daddy. Hi, Mom. Hey, little brother, sister. No. Aww. Little teddy bear. Why can't I pick it up for him? I want to run around with my teddy bear. That is some damn god race. Yeah. I'm blinded. Meat is life. Even the ash people who were populating this world before us knew that. Each time they killed an enemy in a battle, they tore out the liver and heart of the fallen and ate them together with their family. By doing so, just as everyone knows, the strength of the beaten enemy is passed on. But as we are living in a time in which eating fellows is nonsensically seen as barbaric, we, the friends of the bloody meat, have to settle for animal sources. I hear a horsey. Hey, horsey. I can't ride you. You can harvest mushrooms and bad game, can't pet horse. Can't ride horse. Ooh. Bad mod. Yes, I can see what I can pick up and not pick up. Hey, chicken. Oh Lord, oh Maker, I can hear you calling. I feel your love. I know about your sacrifice. Without you, I'm nothing. A twig on the currents of time. A sheep without shepherd. Free me from my vices and forgive me my trespasses. You gave to my wife and my child. Deliver me from my pains, and bless us with your everlasting mercy. There we got an omelette now. Yep. Let's go and talk to Daddy.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming. So, how did it go? Did you find it?
No, I didn't.
No? Pity. Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong places. Did you ever think of that? Oh, well, who knows? Say, why don't you go inside and see if you can help Mommy with the cooking? The Creator was kind to us today and sent a big fat elk right in front of my bow. All right?
The hoardings commences. What the freaking heck? Give me all the valuables. Forbidden door. Do I want a bucket? No. What the heck? Who doesn't know that? You're looking forward to a nice crispy piece of meat after a hard day of work, but your useless child, who you instructed to cook it, gives you a charred something instead. You castigate them, but the problem stays the same. You are hungry, which means that there is no other way than doing it yourself. Walk to the fireplace, cut out a big, bloody chunk of the animal, and throw it into the kettle. And lo and behold, slowly the pleasant smell of burned life reaches your nostrils. Is there anything better than that? I don't think so. Okay, that one we already read. Don't know if we get to keep any of these things that we take here. The slips.
I totally forgot what a mess I left here. But I was right, wasn't I? A real gem we've got here. Well then, let's waste no more time and get to it, shall we?
But what about Mommy and Sister?
What? Now would you look at that? I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then, both of them. But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this means there's more meat for the two of us. You still remember how to do this, right? First, off with the skin. Slice up the belly, then out with the entrails. I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime, to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that, do we?
I didn't kill him, Daddy. It was the masked man.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We both know that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all. First, you set this horrible fire to your sister's crib. She screamed and screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got there, nothing was left of her but burnt flesh. And, oh gosh, do we really need to go through this again? You know how sad it makes me when you do this. You killed them, period. No matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now please, let's start cooking. I'm so bloody damn hungry.
I didn't kill him, Daddy. It was the masked
Oh,
man.
by the Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me over and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining? You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted by sin long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you, feeding you, and loving you like a father does, I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born. Yes, I should have killed you. I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you? Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget. Do you hear me? The dead don't forget. Now enough of this useless chatter. I'm bloody starving. Bring me the meat, you spoiled brat. Bring it to me. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. 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 Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
I think our Daddy is a little insane. Just slightly.
Let's begin with a question. It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a slave? For now, however, let us start this story where another one ended 3 years ago, with the death of the Lightborn. For 4,000 years they had reigned over this world, 7 arcanists who, through their magic, had acquired eternal life. In a time of chaos, they gave mankind what they thought it needed most, to be ruled over with an ironclad, fair hand. Within just 1 century, they united the shattered lands, and a single century later, their human origin was forgotten. They became gods, or Lightborn, as they let themselves be worshipped as. Yet the longer they reigned, the louder the voices grew that accused them of tyranny. The loudest being that of Naranzul Aranthio. And he succeeded in achieving what was once thought impossible. He gathered an army, overturned the Lightborn, and gave back freedom to mankind. However, the price for this was high, because where there are gaps of power, fights erupt. As as such, this world grew into what it is today. Shattered, riven, and broken into pieces. But all of this was merely a diversion, so that no one would notice something else. The death of the Lightborn had set something into motion. Clockwork, having long stood still, its gears now once again slowly began to turn. This is the story of someone who wanted to be free.
Shh, hey, quiet, damn it. You wanna wake up the entire ship or what?
Hey, it's Morrowind, no?
Well, sorry. That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous, that's all. It was that dream again, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship and... well, not like this. Some things never change, I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this? For what happened to your family, I mean?
Nonsense. This bastard from the temple killed him, not me, and I know that.
As determined as ever. I guess you're right. But... who knows? Maybe everything is going to be different now. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very least called you insane. But if the stories are true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there aren't even any slaves on Enderal. It's amazing. Only this whole blind passenger thing is making my head ache.
It's our fault that the ship is a poorly guarded and we couldn't have afforded the passage fee anyway.
Not our fault. Damn it, we're thieves. Frauds. And unlike you, I actually have a problem with that. But anyway,
That's your
what's done is
problem.
done. I just hope the Enderalians are easier on Outlanders than the Neremes are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she? Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but I just keep on forgetting it.
Oh, we gotta decide what we're gonna be now, huh? That's all. Rhetorics. Primitive and self-recognition as a fully fledged part of civilization have heavy armor, 200 health, and handicraft. Okay. Have an eternal stop with a bonus for elementalism, entropy, mana, and enchanting. What's this then? While many foreign countries admire Acquire for its advanced culture, they often deem it as heretical and immoral, especially on religious content like Enderal. Have can stop with a bonus on light armor, one-handed stamina, and alchemy. So that seems to be like a rogue build, I assume. You're sneaky and stuff. This is the thief one. Sleight of hand and marksman, so you ranged build. And this is slam things in the face with a big weapon. Then we have the mage. Do do do. Yeah, but then we should do something different, then. Evil mage. Let's go with rogue. Eh? That was weird. Yeah, let's go with 70s porno mustache. There we go. Dingleberry? No. Colin Jim.
Right, I remember. She fled from that civil war the Black Crescent caused, didn't she? Ironic, isn't it? Seems some parents pass on their fates to their children. Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand. Wait. You hear that? Shit! Someone's coming!
Women nowadays just don't want a man to guard them anymore. That's the problem. I tell you, sometimes I long for the good old days. Back when I could lift a skirt and nobody would bat an eye. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Now, where did I put that key?
Oh, blazes, what do they want down here? The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good. Now, quiet.
Ah, here we go. Ah, it smells like Vaughtier's balls down here. Say now, what's that chest supposed to look like?
Small, with the crest of the Blue Island Coalition on it, I think.
Ah, yeah, right. Black Guardian knows what the captain wants it for this shortly before arriving. You go look upstairs. I'll see if I can find it down here.
Okay.
Oh, shit. They don't leave us any choice. We need to do something quick. You take on the old guy, I'll take the young one. Go!
Wrong time, wrong place!
Throw a hook to the face! Come on, dodge! You can do it!
You'll regret this!
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That wasn't part of the plan. Not at all. What in blazes are we going to do now?
Start rapping Garen when we arrive, we sneak out.
Yes, of course. That makes sense. One of them said it's not much longer until we arrive. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then. Come on. Help me search. There must be a rope or something. And I thought we were over the hump when we made it on board. What? It just can't ever be easy, can it?
Poor lost souls. The probabilities have turned against you.
What the? Who are you?
You are confused by my sudden appearance. But my identity is irrelevant, as are you, dear Sirius. Unfortunately.
What? Oh shit, please don't tell anyone we're down here, please. We didn't mean any harm. These guys were just...
You ask that I not reveal you, for your intentions were not evil. And I believe you. But sadly, it's not compassion that rules my deeds. The first beat of a wing must happen. It is the only way the probabilities will fall into place. This is the way it has to be. The way it has been for eons. I am sorry.
What the? Oh no! No! What are you doing, please? Please don't leave! We just wanted to...
After we had left Ostian, the two of you hid in the cargo and lived on our stocks. Then when Rick and Sebald found you, you gave them a beating. And all of a sudden, a veiled woman appeared and knocked you out with wild magic. Is that about it?
Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Please, my dame, we didn't have a choice. You've got to believe us. The war, We just wanted a second chance, that's all.
A second chance. Yes, I think I understand you. You wanted to start a new life in a new land. And as my ship is one of the only ships still sailing the route since the wars, you were simply forced to board without paying.
Yes, we could work for you, you know? We could scrub the deck, peel potatoes, anything to pay off our debt. And as soon as we've arrived...
Heartbreaking. How truly, truly heartbreaking. But let's be honest. You did have a choice. You could have signed on like all the others did, but you didn't. Instead, you've nested on my ship like flesh maggots, enjoying the good life while my crew actually had to earn their keep. And now you're feeding me this bullshit about veiled women and wild magic? How stupid do you think I am? I know your kind. You are cutthroats, filchers. At least have the guts to admit it.
What? No. You're wrong. Please, just let me explain. I
don't give a shit for your explanations. If there's one thing I hate more than cowards, it's people trying to pluck my heartstrings. You two are scum. And there's only one kind of punishment for scum on my ship. Pull him up, Ruger.
But Captain, they...
Do it.
Of course, Captain. I'm sorry, lad. You should have stayed in their room.
But... You can't do this.
Oh, believe me, I can.
No.
What a bitch.
Oh, well, look at that. Someone's woken up. Rise and shine. Tie him and his friend together and feed them to the fish. Good luck in your new life, friend.
Oh, I hope we can get her back.
Tell me, what is time to the dead? Dreaming anyway.
So many people just talk, and
How
never
does it feel to be powerless?
This is about your damn pride, team.
I know I'm not real. At least not according to your definition.
I know damn well I'm evil.
There was nothing I could do.
This isn't happening. But then again,
This just isn't happening.
what is reality anyway?
Selfish fool!
Okie dokie. Download meditation. It's amazing ignore 40% of enemies' armor rating. When you're solely wearing a heavy armor, the chance that your enemies make you stagger with their attacks is lowered. Effective balance to do more additional bleed damage. What is this? Is this like the skill tree, you mean? This memory unlocks all rogue disciplines for you. Your stamina is boosted by 20%. You receive the challenge talent. Shut off the wind, which lets you move more silently for a short period of time and raises your critical hit chance by 7. Okay, so to get the next level you need... But can I learn all these things, or...? Nope. These are just here if I had been the other class. Or... Wolf blood potions and into wolf werewolf. What the heck? There's 200 weapons then. Okay, so should I go with this one? Blade Dancer. So, if we go... It will be these 3 then that I'm gonna go, and maybe get some of this one. Because that one seems to be pretty nice to have. And that one. Ooh. Okay. So, okay. Oh, why? Why? Why do I have to leave? Yeah, no, I was just looking at the different ones and thinking... money. Now we can bring it. Toilet lid, no? World map. In the world map, you can view the world from an aerial perspective. You depict it as an arrow to orientate yourself. Quest targets also depicted as well as all locations you discovered or heard. Well, that's where we are. Journal. Find a way to reach inland. That wasn't much of a quest. Mushrooms! How do you put away your weapon again? Controls. Is it the arm or the shield? Yeah, you were too slow, warriors. Okay. I'll give you a C on the grade scale. Hero. Nothing behind a waterfall? Shit from that one. Ruined just like in the... That. Hmm. Nobody home. Hmm. Hey ho, to the mine we go. So. Okay, so it is actually. To the abandoned temple we go. Pick up some fuck sponge. Oh. Raising your skills with learning books. Take the book at the skeleton's feet and use it. What does these do? Let's see here. A rune key. He's been hanging around for a while. Yeah. Fuck, quick save. Ah, good old scrap mill, huh? Dunmar here. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Okay, we need some specific things for this place. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Well, we should Oh, we need learning points for the first. Okay. This machine, why does it feel so familiar? Question. You found an ice claw. Ice claws listed on your inventory and consumables permanently raise your carry weight by 1 point when eaten. So let me see here. So let's say I'm just gonna do it. Check something here. So it says at 1 point. More worth selling it. So I don't know if how the game is with money. Only 100? Thanks a lot. Take it with us for now. Yeah, soda chest. Huh. They'll put a dent in it. Ow! Didn't think it was gonna reach me. Well, we're not gonna be able to kill that one. I mean, I probably can if I just run around a circle around him and not get hit. Seems to be a bit of a hassle. I mean, could you know, say. I don't know if it's possible. I mean, I could go bow and arrow, probably. I just want to see if it's... Stuck. I mean, I can't even get out to that one. I was stuck there. God damn it. Yeah. Maybe I can kill him with the bow and arrow, I don't know. Just doesn't feel worth the time. Human flesh. Snack. Oh, should put some armor on. Shoes. With the old robe. What is it? Collectible, huh? My turn. Kicking the yaw, huh? Is the way to go. want me to eat? I'm on a diet, man. Oh, what the heck? Okay. I blocked in and do shit. What I can do here is just go. Why are we running off with my arrow for? What chicken shits? Health. With 5 learning points. Very suspicious big red X. The thing is, it doesn't. Oh, good. It didn't use both of them. Heck. Fishy! I can actually catch them. Using lantern, does it give you light or no? got a lantern. You can hear the famous non-root sound. You can get a pearl though.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen
Hello,
someone
Diggy.
scrambling
How's
in
the
the
map?
mountains. What brings you here, my sir?
That's a long story. Where am I here and who are you?
Who am I? Finn Delires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And
Now you need to
standing
take an
here
arrow in the other
chat
knee
with
then.
him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold,
I'm
we are
okay.
still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you.
Been spoiled with
Touch
4
any
days
of our
off
stuff,
now, so.
and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever.
Yeah, and you said no to be a car dealer, huh? What about my eyes?
There's something peculiar about you. I don't know how else to say it. I would
Now the
examine you
warriors,
myself,
he
but
said
we
no
don't have the
to
right equipment
be a
with
car
us.
dealer.
So if I were you, I'd ask a priest in Riverville to have a look at you. Who knows?
I mean, you
Maybe
could have gotten
caught
us
something
ship
in that
cars,
temple.
right? And shipped them to here, to Europe. So what's your story? Why are you here?
Us? Oh, nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. We gather herbs, but tomorrow we're going back north, to League. You should stop by one day if you're in the area.
Someone who scours Pyrian ruins and survives could surely be useful to the apothecary and help us find some things.
Knowledge. Can you tell me more about this region?
Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell.
I see another place that might be of interest to an adventurer.
To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
You said you were apothecaries by my path. What do you mean by my path?
By the Black Guardian. You really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
Role designated by Malthus. You mean the gods assign your profession to you?
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites. And there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles, we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who would know better than the gods what exactly that is?
But don't you frustrated by being bound to that path? Don't you want to advance?
In the folly of my youth, I might have thought about it, yes. But then I realized that half of what goes wrong in this world has to do with the desire to advance. I am interested in living the righteous path and to contribute to the preservation of my people. That's enough for me, and only the faithful will be granted the eternal paths upon death.
And who are these pathless?
Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands, glimmer dust smugglers, murderers. Well, you know.
In Nehrim there's a rumor that the gods are dead.
And over here, there's a rumor that the Golden Queen has a weakness for men in gowns. Seriously, be careful with that kind of gossip.
Gowns?
I know you don't mean any harm, but there are a few who might consider it heresy.
Just an idea. Yourself?
Maybe. But if I look at other countries, even within the civilized world, it's hard to find a people as peaceful as ours.
Can I trade some goods with you? I found some things in the ruins.
Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Buy some item by selecting and pressing E. Buying processor higher than selling processor. Through the name selection, the buying can switch between inventory and merchants. The inventory and merchant get filled after a few days. So. You don't get any for this. So these just worthless stuff then. I guess this is like a junk 1, right? 4. Well, we don't need 3 shovels. Guess we don't need that. Okay, so this is just clutter, so empty wine bottles I should just not pick up. Oh, it said tool though. Yeah, I kept 1 shovel. Pickaxe wasn't in this list, so... And we are not doing spells, so... I'm gonna be using alchemy and... yeah. So there's no reason for me to really keep these. Right. So we sell them, we get some money. These are all ingredients, we're saving them, that's food. Keep that, I guess. Need those. I was gonna use this one, and we're not gonna use heavy gear, so those. Keeping that one because it weighs less. Get rid of that one. There's really no point to having these shoes on. Knives. Keep 1 pickaxe. Gems, are they used for something? Oh. Clutter. Okay, you can make jewelry with them. Okay. Oh. He doesn't have enough money. Okay. So I have in total Holy shit, though, they cost a lot, huh? $86. Let's get the light armor. There. Oh yeah, we have more stuff to sell here, don't we? Yeah, I get that. Okay. That's it for now. Thanks for your help.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Cabo. Oh yeah, probably could have gotten rid of that one. Do we need this?
Places, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no.
Okay.
By the righteous path. What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
Yes, so suddenly I have this kind of fever. Do you have any idea what it could be?
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's usually
Take a
how it
seat
is
at
with
the
these.
fire. The warmth might help you.
You need to learn stuff and get the grounds.
So now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroods, Gruntroods. Ah, here we go. So, let's see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but...
Finn, the still.
Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, sod it!
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, all right. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you.
Cork bottle, drink potion.
See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
Thanks, but what in blazes just happened here?
What? You mean the still? Bad quality and too much heat, I'd wager. But, yeah, whatever will be, will be.
But the explosion, the voices, they were yours.
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalleries. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh, shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Carbos, do something, damn it!
Game's not allowing me to do something, okay?
Now look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
Why does everybody want to kill me in this damn... Wait, where am I? Who are you?
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story.
Wait, what do you know about my fever?
Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head.
Yes.
Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age, but it happens. Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim.
An Arcanist will be able to cure this fever?
Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do.
What about these visions? So they also caused by the fever? Oh, knowledge. What do you mean by little sensitive?
Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions. But you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east.
If I contain the fever but let it get worse, what are the consequences?
At first, diffuse headaches, general unease. Later on, your eyesight will blur, your limbs will grow weak, and you'll get a maddening itch all over your body. If you leave it untreated for too long, you'll either die or turn into an Orbaya.
Wait, you can kill me? And what's an Orbaya?
Yes, it can kill you. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say. And an Orbaya is basically a giant undead version of yourself with tumors and pus all over your body. Just never let the fever get too bad.
Are there any other remedies?
Well, there's ambrosia, but for an uncontained fever, it'll only postpone the symptoms. Later, you can drink it whenever the fever gets worse. The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps.
Didn't know undead could sweat, but okay. Yeah, and what about these visions? Are they also caused by the fever?
You have visions?
For lack of a better word, yes. Ever since I had this fever, I get these strange premonitions of things which are about to happen. Are they also a symptom?
Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say?
Treat me for information, alright?
Well then, the stage is yours.
15 hours later, no?
I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light?
Yes, but it wasn't just a dream, it was more like a memory. The temple I saw in it was the same as the one in the valley.
Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right?
Right after I washed up on the shore, yes, together with those visions.
Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them. All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark.
What's Ark?
Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone.
Yeah,
with
the
the
voice acting sounds fine.
Never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malthus, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Hey, you're going to see it soon.
I want to know more. Who is this employer of yours?
Well, aren't you curious? I work for the Holy Order.
The Holy Order? You mean the enforcers of the Lightborn?
Yeah, but they're more than just a military unit here. Enderal belongs to Malthus, the guardian god, and the Order answers directly to him. In other words, they're calling the shots here. No king, no queen, no council. Just an order of noble warriors, always looking so stern and joyless that you might think they're struggling with constipation.
Right, to help you. The faster I get rid of this fever, the better.
Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there's officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and Vatirs attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least. The strangest thing, however, is the Red Madness.
Do you think this chaos could be in any way related to rumors about the Lightborn's death? Everyone near him talks about them.
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes.
You actually believe that someone did kill the gods? The Lightborn?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods.
Here I thought the Enderals were the most pious people in the civilized world.
Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Still waiting for that lightning.
we're going to get along just fine. But we digress.
Right, you mentioned something about the Red Madness.
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like "Fear the light" while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the Red Madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself.
A magister?
A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winners on his back.
What did he do?
Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and blew himself up in a magical explosion.
What's your role in all this? You said you work for the Order, but I take it you have no monk?
I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady.
You're after his motives, but how can I help you with that? I don't know anything about that medicine.
Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here, and according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Great. First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
If a quest objective is marked by one or more stars, they indicate the difficulty of said quest, and at the same time the level you should have for that quest. Very easy, easy, medium, hard. So very easy. And we need to go. And the strong box is over there, and talk with the childhood all the way over there. Okay. Ah! Okay. How do we remove it? Okay, just press in a different spot. Yeah, damn. It is somewhat big. Oh. Then we have the city. Yeah. It's weird you can do this with the map. I don't know what the reason is. Yeah, I mean, we did just walk out from... Yeah, I can't remember exactly where, but yeah. Oh god, okay, I'm not gonna read this whole thing. Okay, you guys just have to quickly read it from the stream, okay? You guys are quick readers, right? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Nah, this is not Skyrim. Well, I went through it, but... Hey, CJ. I see one. How you doing, CJ?
Never walked back on the road from the aged man's abode.
Oh, blazes. Sorry. I know. I can't sing.
You're correct about that, sir. So, you go this way to go around. Then go all the way down there. Oh yeah. Oh, I should go and level up.
Huh?
Yeah, okay, thank you. Finished Expedition 33 earlier today. This is bones. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get this, I think. Or wait, I can get them next time. I'm gonna make my light armor more effective. Or, yeah, let's do this right now. Take it up. But then it seems like, yeah, because this one is nice for potions, but I'm gonna have to get up here. Well, that was not that interesting. That's nice. Doo -doo -doo. Ah, that's also nice. Bow I'm not that interested in. Oh. This one has more than just bows though. Damn it. I want them all. Okay.